frustrated, especially with the lack of cutting edge at times, because you did create a lot of chances, good chances.
Yeah, we have that problem, but if you look at the goals that we suffer, we can avoid that goals. The lack of energy, the lack of urgency in these moments, like we cannot lose games. This feeling, we don't have it anymore. And that is the most dangerous thing in our club, is that we are not feeling that. We have the game. You can feel it in the beginning of the game. We have the game. We are near. We are in control. And then near our box and the opponent's box, there is no lack of urgency. So that is a really concern for our club.
When you're not fighting for anything in the Premier League anymore, is it almost inevitable, this lack of urgency?
That is something that we need to change in our club. That is so much different that we were supposed to do in the big club. So we are forgetting completely. I'm talking. I'm the responsible for that. But it's really frustrating because we are so near the goals. We have the ball inside the small box, and we suffer goals with the lack of urgency to protect our goal. And this is week by week. And then we change some. We don't play quite well in Europa League, but we have a different sense of urgency. And when we have to kill, we kill, because it's everything in our mind. So it's a big concern in our club at the moment.
This lack of urgency, it's not something that is new. It's been discussed for years now. How difficult is it to change this level of detail that is so key in the level of performances you want?
It's something that we need to work in. It's outside also, inside the pitch, outside the pitch. If we are not able to do, we have to go away and give the space to different people, all of us. So we'll see.
Bruno, a disappointing result. What did you make of it?
Obviously, very, very disappointed result at home. We wanted to win the game after the last game in the Europa League. Obviously, we were very confident. I think we create enough opportunities to score goals and to be in front in the result. Then, when you don't score, you end up conceding in a moment where we are in full control of the game. But it's been happening a lot in this season for us, that we're in control of games and all of a sudden you can't score, and then you concede a goal from a little bit of a scramble in the box, but we know that we need to improve a lot in the Premier League. That we need to be much more aggressive, get much more into their box, be more dangerous, be more effective.
It created the opportunities. There were plenty of opportunities that you made. It's just taking those opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah, basically that. We did create a lot of chances, but we can't finish them today. And obviously, if we put one or two in the back of the net, then the game could change completely. And then obviously at the end, you end up a little bit on the game where they got a lot of counters, but you still got more chances, and you couldn't be effective enough.
It's difficult, I guess, too, because changes are made, 6 changes in the squad, and everybody's just balancing their workload at the moment as we get towards the end of the season, and that makes a difference too.
No, it can make difference, because everyone is being training very hard, very well. So everyone is prepared to play at any moment. So I don't think that's the point, because I think all the team is prepared for that. And as I said, every chance and every opportunity is a chance to get into the next 11 and the next 11 and the next 11. So you have to get your chance, you have to get your opportunity, and it doesn't matter if you've been playing less or more. If you get your chance, if you do things rightly, then you're gonna end up playing.
Just finally, trip to Chelsea on Friday. Now's an opportunity to recover ahead of that one.
Yeah, of course, we have some days to recover, to prepare well that game. We know it's going to be a very tough game. Chelsea is fighting for a spot in the Champions League, but we want to finish the season in the best way as possible. So we need to go to Stamford Bridge and do that to get the result there.
Bruno, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was always going to be difficult coming here, and that was one thing I think I said before the game in the huddle. It was they're going to be on a high. They've just got to a European final here on Thursday night, so it's down to us to try and control that, and we do that without the ball and we do that with the ball, and I thought we've done that through the game really well.
Yeah, what was important in this game management, especially when you didn't have the ball, because they created quite a few chances, but you didn't panic at any point?
Yeah, no, I think it's enjoying the role of defending and keeping the ball out of the back of our net. That was a clean sheet away from home, which we haven't had for a while now. And we got 2 really good goals from it as well. So I think out of possession, we knew we had to be strong, patient, frustrate them at times, and then with the ball, we knew we had to keep it at times and then attack when we needed to. And I thought we got the balance of without the ball and with the ball really well today.
Yeah. Was it about concentration as well, especially forcing them into mistakes? And with your goal, for example, how Kudus forced them Ugarte into a mistake, and you guys were just there ready to take that chance?
Yeah, Mo's brilliant at that. His work without the ball is, second to none, and it's a real trait of his game. And involved in the first goal, involved in that goal as well. So he's been brilliant, and he forced the mistake, and it falls to us. And as to have the awareness to put it across the box, and then it was down to me to finish it. So yeah, it was a real well executed goal.
And this week, the club announced that 4 players are not having their contracts extended, and fans are talking about changes for the next season. But performances like this, do they show that there is a foundation being based for next season as well?
Yeah, and I mean the players that are leaving are such big characters for this club. They've been here longer than I have, and you see the performance we all put in today. You see the reaction they got from the fans at the end there, which was really special. And it's always a difficult time at the end of the season, but I think one thing is we knew we had 3 games left before this to really finish the season on a high. You never want to finish a season that's been a disappointing season with a what if, and when you've got 6 weeks off, you always want to finish the season on a high. So today's the first game of 3 that we're doing that, and now 1 more home game against Nottingham Forest, and then the same mentality to go to Ipswich and, like I said, finish on a high.
We have to assess Lenny in a better way tomorrow. He felt something, but I think it could be a small thing. I think it's quite similar. Some games that we had here against Wolves was a little bit the same. We create more chances than the opponent, but the lack of urgency to protect our goal in the few times that West Ham was near our box, we had a lack of urgency. We were near the box and we had lack of urgency, and we need to be more aggressive. If you cannot score in the first ball, the second ball, if we cross the ball, if we are aggressive, we can score. We had lack of pace. We have to do so much better, and for me the biggest concern is that feeling that is okay, and we cannot change our position so much, so it's okay, and that is the biggest problem in our club in this moment, because we are losing the feeling of we are a massive club and it is the end of the world to lose a game at home. So I think that is the biggest concern in our club. Chris,
you're in 16th place now. Makes it more likely that you could even finish 17th. As the manager of this football club, how do you feel when you look at that league table and see your team at 16th place?
I think I was supposed to feel a manager of Manchester United in that position, embarrassed, and it's hard to accept. And I think everybody has to think seriously about a lot of things here. So everybody is thinking about the final. The final is not the issue in this moment in our club. We have bigger things to think, and we have to change a lot of things in the end of the season.
Just to talk about what you thought about there, Rúben. On the second goal, Ugarte loses possession. Okay, not great, but that can happen. But his reaction, he just stays on his knees. There's no attempt to run back. How can you hope to be successful as a football team if you have players who think it's optional whether they run back or not?
I don't want to talk about specific players. It's a team thing. When it's a team thing, it's a manager thing. So we will try to address that. That is, it has to be with a lack of urgency to defend the box and to attack the box.
Just talking generally then, is there a culture issue still?
Yeah.
Among the players?
Yeah. I think it's not is a feeling. I will not talk about culture because we are talking about this in this moment, but it's a feeling that is the most dangerous feeling that we have in the big club. So.
Rúben, you've been here for quite a few months now.
Are you shocked, surprised, saddened that the things you're talking about, like urgency, which seems to be quite fundamental to playing high-level football, you've not been able to drive that out of the team?
I think if you of course it's a different competition, but in Europa League we don't play quite well, but we had a little bit that urgency. We cannot lose the games. We have to win it. We managed to find a way to win the games. To take if Athletic Bilbao has a sent off, we take advantage of that. We are so focused, and you see these games in Premier League. Sometimes we are not focused, and we don't have that feeling that we need to win to go to the next stage like we have in Europa League. So it's something that is mentally in our team.
Looks like players are picking and choosing which games to play.
It's hard to explain that, and yeah, we need that feeling. I have that feeling that there is that lack of urgency in everything we do. So it's a big concern.
So, Rúben, 3 years ago, when the team finished 6th, fans were chanting, "You're not fit to wear the shirt of the players." Are you surprised by how supportive the fans have been and that they've not been booing or getting on the players' back?
I think they are doing. It's hard to say something about our fans and everybody because there is no explanation, no matter what the context. And I'm talking here. I'm the biggest responsible for that. So we need to change a lot of things during the summer.
That feeling, Rúben, that you were saying that it's okay to lose. That those kind of players, it's obviously clear that you don't want that kind of attitude next season. Do those players, can it not be coached into them? Do they just have to be moved on, or is it a mixture of?
Europa League finalists Manchester United's embarrassing Premier League campaign continued as fellow strugglers West Ham celebrated a first top-flight win at Old Trafford since 2007. Rúben Amorim's side came into Sunday's game buoyed by securing their place in the make-or-break Bilbao showpiece against Tottenham with Thursday's 4-1 victory against Athletic Bilbao, completing an impressive 7-1 semi-final triumph. But United have failed to carry their European form onto the domestic front, with their worst-ever Premier League season continuing as Thomas Soucek and Jarrod Bowen sealed West Ham a memorable 2-0 victory on the road. The East Londoners ended an 8-game winless run by securing their first league victory at Old Trafford since Carlos Tevez struck 18 years ago. The result in 2007 represented a blip for that season's champions, whereas this was United's 17th league loss and 9th historically bad campaign for a side that have now gone 7 top-flight. Graham Potter's Hammers usurped the Red Devils with the win, leaving Amorim's men a lowly 16th with 2 Premier League games to go either side of the Europa League final against 17th-placed Tottenham. Silverware and Champions League qualification await the victor in Bilbao, where defender Lainery Euro's availability appears in doubt after limping off early in the second half. That injury underlined why Amorim made 6 changes on Sunday, when United wore special shirts featuring the logo of charitable organisation Red to help raise funds and awareness for the global fight against health injustice. Amad Diallo was among those brought in and began his first